Hey everyone, this is DM Domination from Grim Press, and today I'm going to be highlighting another Fantasy Grounds module for you. Today, Almarune's Almanac, the Underdark, with lead designer Steve Fiddler, and a whole array of contributing people in the credits off to the left on your screen. You can see all of them and their role in the creation of this. I'd like to highlight some things today to show you some of my favorite parts. I think this is a great manual and supplement to use, especially if you're running an Underdark campaign such as Out of the Abyss or any of those. So let's dive right in. Minimize this. Number one, you have the cover, and each of these modules comes with a huge map of the entire area of Faerun. So Out of the Abyss takes place up here in the North Dark, but if you are someone who likes homebrew, you can move it anywhere around and you can zoom in. And as I will cover in a minute or so, you will see that there are actual in-depth information on each of these regions. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this and jump right in. So first, you have the introduction with the basic information you have, and then some of the explanations of the things of the Underdark, such as magical radiation and the biomes. Each of those will be able to go in depth on various things. So next, you're going to have the player options, which is pretty standard for Amarune's Almanac, and this includes a additional circle for druids and an additional option for rangers. For druids, you have the Circle of the Dark, and for rangers, you have Sharnbound. So you have here the druid class, this up here for your Fantasy Grounds drag and drop, and then you have the druid spells and an explanation of each of the things that you get. Anything that involves a table, you will have automatically usable in Fantasy Grounds right here, ready for you to single click and move on. The addition, you have the Ranger Natural Explorer, Druid spell casting things, and you also have all the new spells. It comes in a neat little table here, as well as the actual spells such as Underdark Blessing, which gives you the spell you can drag and drop onto your character sheet in Fantasy Grounds. So jumping down to locations, as I was mentioning earlier, this highlights 5 big areas in the Underdark that you can use, gives you a great amount of information on them, such as the giant fungus, Aramicus, I believe is how it's pronounced. That's how I pronounce it. And it has a huge amount of information here, and it comes with a zoomed in map of that area, the North Dark, and you can include that. But it's not just that one. You have the Firelands, and it comes with its own map and some images to kind of give you a mental picture for your players. And the Firelands is not hugely expanded upon, so it is a great empty canvas for you to have and draw upon for your homebrew campaign, starting with a great map. And it comes with some basic information put into place by the creators. In addition to that, we have a new downtime activity, especially for druids and rangers, such as gathering flora and fauna. You have the tables as previously shown, and you have a lot of options there. And lastly, you have some new beasts and monsters, as well as some new magic items. I went ahead and copied over their really good table here that they have that I thought was so much better than anything I could create. So I put it at a pretty decent resolution for you. And of course, you have the monsters such as deep dragons, which expands out into the various ages of deep dragons. For those of you who know the history of Forgotten Realms, you have the Faerun, which are creatures that tied heavily into the history of Netherese Empire, and these will be creatures you can bring back in the Underdark. And then, of course, your standard additional magic items for loot. Some of these are really cool. I will let you explore them on your own once you pick it up. But if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Inside of the module, you have the website for Grim Press and the Discord. We're all on there, and we'll be happy to help you if you have any issues or if you happen to find any errors. Thank you. This has been DM Domination with Grim Press, showing you Amarune's Almanac, the Underdark.